Before the video starts, only 0.2% of you are subscribed, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, on with the video. The World Cup takes place every 4 years and is easily the most viewed sporting event of all time. While the roots of the World Cup link back as far as 1904, when the idea of an international championship was suggested at FIFA's founding meeting, this idea would only garner support in the 1920s, after seeing the popularity of football at the 1924 Olympics, where over 40,000 spectators crammed in to watch Uruguay play Switzerland. While nowadays the host of the World Cup is decided by whatever country or countries are willing to give FIFA the most money, this wasn't always the case. For the inaugural World Cup, FIFA handpicked Uruguay as the hosts. While Uruguay may seem like a strange choice, at the time the country was fresh off retaining the football title at the 1928 Summer Olympics, as well as the nation celebrating a century of its first constitution, so Uruguay was a perfect match as the competition's first host. The tournament was set to run from the 13th to the 30th of July, with 3 stadiums in use in Uruguay's capital of Montevideo: Estadio Poquitos, with a capacity of 10,000, Estadio Gran Parque Central, with a capacity of 20,000, and Estadio Centenario, holding 90,000 and being built specifically for the tournament. Qualification for a World Cup today is done through a league format or a knockout format, depending on your continent's confederation. In Europe's case, further avenues such as the second round playoff stage of the Nations League have also opened as a second chance for nations to qualify for the World Cup. You may be asking yourself, well, how did the qualification for the 1930 World Cup happen? And the answer is, there was no qualification. All teams were invited by the host nation, with countries such as Egypt, Japan and Siam, now Thailand, originally agreeing to participate, but then withdrawn from the tournament, causing it to start with 13 instead of the intended 16 teams. In terms of the tournament itself, the group stages saw Argentina dominate Group 1, Yugoslavia ease through Group 2, and Uruguay win Group 3 without conceding a single goal. Likewise, the United States topped their group, keeping a clean sheet in wins against Belgium and Paraguay. The 4 group winners progressed to the knockout stages, where Uruguay would play Yugoslavia and Argentina would play the United States. Interestingly, both games' outcomes were identical, with the 2 South American countries running out 6-1 victors in either tie. The final saw the host Uruguay take on their neighbours in the equally impressive Argentina in front of over 68,000 spectators. Dorado opened the scoring for Uruguay. Paise would equalise for Argentina, who would take the lead through top goal scorer Stabiles, who bagged his 8th for the tournament. Sia would equalise for the hosts, with Verate scoring the winner and Castro putting the final nail in the coffin. To celebrate their accomplishments, Uruguay would take a public holiday on the 31st of July, the day after the final. The Uruguayans would be celebrating again 2 decades later, after lifting their only other World Cup in 1950. It would be fellow South American nation Brazil, however, that would dominate the tournament, winning a record 5 titles, with European giants Germany and Italy not far behind on 4 each. The World Cup is still the premier sporting event today, with the ongoing World Cup in Qatar delivering record-breaking viewing figures according to FIFA. So it is nice to reflect upon the tournament's humble beginnings in the smallest Spanish-speaking country in South America, Uruguay.